Aikido was created by founder Morihei Ueshiba. Ueshiba Sensei used to say that Aikido was created to lead Japanese martial arts in the right direction. This is certainly true. Aikido represents a major departure from its predecessor arts that focused exclusively on winning or defeating an opponent. It was created as an art to foster moral character. It is natural that the way to present Aikido techniques differs greatly from that of other martial arts. It goes without saying that Aikido techniques are highly complex and sophisticated. The case is very different from Judo and Karate, martial arts that I once studied. I first began my study of Aikido nearly 50 years ago. About 10 years ago, certain people in the world of Japanese martial arts began to doubt that Aikido was a martial art. This was only natural because people at that time blindly followed the same training practice of their younger days. This has been a cause of concern for me because if we continue to train in the same way as before, these criticisms will someday reflect reality and Aikido will cease to be a martial art. This doubt concerning Aikido about the martial nature of the art can be heard often both in Japan and abroad. But from that time, we have done our best to convey the words of O-sensei to present-day practitioners and exemplify these principles in our own practice. O-sensei often said, Aikido includes not only empty-handed techniques, but also the sword and stick, that is, the ken and jo. There are techniques for every possible situation. It is important to keep this in mind. We have always stressed this principle in our training. Thus, in our Aikido practice, we always train to be able immediately to use the ken or jo to go from any technique according to the individual situation. In this video, we will demonstrate our everyday training. Our training will be different from the kind of practice normally seen. After executing a basic empty-handed technique, we always practice a related technique with the ken and jo. I would like you to observe how we practice. If after viewing this video, you don't find our approach worthwhile, you can disregard it. If, on the other hand, you find it suitable, then please follow our method of Aikido practice. I would now like to explain Aikido's Shomenuchi techniques. Empty-handed Aikido techniques are based on the principles of the ken or sword. However, recently, a number of instructors have expressed the opinion that practice of the ken and jo are unnecessary in Aikido training and that the art only involves empty-handed techniques. Aikido is based on the ken. There are those who do not know how to draw or pin with the ken. In fact, there are many instructors who don't even know how to grip the sword properly. If Aikido is a Budo, I would like to explain what Budo is to those who are unaware of the essence of the ken, which is the very symbol of martial arts. Today, I would like to explain how Aikido is a Budo using the example of my Shomenuchi techniques. We will now begin Shomenuchi practice. Before our everyday training, we begin our practice with these kinds of preparatory exercises. I would like to begin with this exercise. Then we have this turning and entering kaiten movement. Next follows this exercise involving a backward fall. Since Aikido is a Budo, there are martial arts applications to this movement. There are these atemi, or striking applications. Then there is this movement. This is an application. And you have this movement. You have atemi in all of these places.